Hello and welcome to an ITSL game of Patrick Gong versus Chris Xu. Now Patrick we all know and love, unless you lost to him then you do not. Chris, a relative newcomer to the scene, but well, he did already, for example, beat me in our OTSL game, so a tough cookie. Gotta say, we're watching this from Patrick's perspective, and whoa, I now already see Vietnam revolves and duck and cover combo. Oh, no defectors, so there's that risk. And there's Europe, sure, but with 5-year plan, well, no risk, and you actually prefer your opponent to put influence into France. That way, well, the Gaul and Suez are not free. So a bit of pre-game chat, although well, Patrick did put his influence first. So, okay, one slight inconvenience containment is extra here. If you go with the dump Europe to 5-year plan. So, one might consider with defectors. Okay, you don't consider dumping Europe in the headline, although of course this is relatively standard. I've seen people headlining all sorts of stuff with 332 setup. My personal feeling, you probably should have at least socialists in hand if you go for this. Okay, now duck and cover is obviously enough in order to protect your newfound luck in Vietnam. So we shall see. Interesting. No, why no? Really? I know containment is extra, but now you can be cut out of Vietnam, or USA could simply spread from Iran. The first option seemingly superior, at least in my eyes. Because you just might not get another chance here. That's weird. It's really weird what he did. I mean, Vietnam or Decoy and Duck and Cover are such great combos. Okay, Chris is sinking here, but okay, doesn't go for the coup. Now, yeah, another problem is Duck and Cover might cost extra. I mean, it was a 1 VP card just a moment ago. Now, in case of a Thailand coup, which would have been ineffective, so probably a Vietnam coup. Okay, now maybe possibly. Okay, he got away with some of that. Think. Yeah, I guess you go here. Although you already did let the other guy have his mill-ups. Okay, with this roll and this play by the USA, I do admit that this is somewhat superior in the outcome. Okay, so what do you do here? Malaysia, kind of obvious. I would guess Malaysia, Pakistan, India. Malaysia, of course, to help contain the red spread into Southeast Asia. As this while they have the bonus. Okay. Yeah. That's kind of a meh move. I mean, with second cover as your AR1, you could have already had influence in Laos. Yeah, exactly. He resigns. Or, okay. Resumes the idea, but is not very happy about it. So now what? Indonesia. Okay, things to take care of. Obviously, a Middle Eastern presence is necessary, so that's a containment into Iraq. Possibly Syria as well, though with containment, some extra action into Asia might be necessary, like North Korea. But the USA can be pretty confident about going to Lebanon in this scenario, since with the Soviets preoccupied with the Southeast Asia bonus, and well, Asia in general, they might not care that much about Lebanon or don't have a proper card to use it there. Okay, now in the Pakistani war, traditionally it's a practically forced event, but with the bonus, it might take Indonesia after USA grabs it. Whoa, ballsy. Okay, he did have socialists, so that's more justified. Okay, now war is of course mandatory with the bigger reward, was going to say, and that's blue domination red domination in Asia. Yes, with this IP war success, North Korea is relatively safe, and you really don't want to lose presence in the Middle East. So I assume if say puts two into Egypt to get any domination there, and it's tough to find a follow-up. Oh, you actually could stop Asia with Malaysia and Philippines. Vietnam revolt's gone, Deco's gone, so that's enough. Yes, 5-3 currently. So if USA has a 4-up post-containment, so a 3-up face value, that's the obvious play. With a lower card, yeah, that's tougher. Oh yeah, and if 3-up is a problematic card. Right, there will be an option of a Battleground coup in Asia. Whoa. Have you seen the factors? Not yet, so no distal headline. Suez, I guess, is good enough. Useful if connects, not a great loss if defected. Followed by what exactly? You could actually risk grabbing France. Unless you're purged. Oh, even if you're not purged. Okay, he gets away with Asia. Yeah, actually US-Japan now is justified. US-Japan into France. Marshall is not. US-Japan, very much so. One, South Korea maybe. Just to be around. And with the distal in hand, this develops into a nice Soviet advantage. Thailand grabbed, European battleground, same. A few VPs in the bank. Influence. Okay. Probably independent reds should be the card for the coup. Whoa, really? I think I would have preferred to clarify the situation immediately. Coup Panama. So you have distal and not much to back up, and this could go on indefinitely. Exactly. I mean, you're worse off on this exchange. No. Don't go there. I mean, it's in your interest to lower DEFCON here. Especially after, okay, only now he has seen the CIA. Ooh, and he actually benefits from it. So now you lower DEFCON. Has to be Panama. And he gets it. Okay, USA gets a coup back. It's still ugly. Okay, so after a weird turn 1 by Patrick, he's mostly orthodox, but still a bit unusual in his play. Okay, yes, the counter coup is not forged. That's reasonable. You might be worried about Nasser after all. And that's... no, come on, you don't want to do this. I think I would have played China here, actually. Space Marshal, play China, hold 5-year plan and distal. With 5-year plan I'm perfectly safe from any CIA shenanigans. With China play I re-establish domination in Asia. That just feels awfully risky. I mean, it quits in Africa. Risks US presence in South America. I mean, what for? Another issue to remember about is presence of Truman, however. Still to be seen. Sorry. Ooh, he had it. So, China coup into Egypt would have been... No. At least take Spain, Portugal. No, but that's just too much. And you're going to leave the Venezuela influence in there, just like this. No, I would rather give up China than Marshall. Justifying the two influence Italy. I mean, it feels like my opponent, US player here, Chris, takes a huge risk leaving Italy like this, and he's rewarded for his choice by my choice. Which feels just wrong. He couldn't have missed the DEFCON level though, could he? No. Then again, he must have, or he would have put an influence into Brazil. Quoting Daniel Naroditsky from the ongoing Speed Chess Championship matchups, what are we witnessing here? Although, well, he was saying this to Hikaru Nakamura beating the holy crap out of Nihal Sarin, and well, Magnus doing a Magnus against Fabiano Caruana. Exactly, and Venezuela goes poof. Purge, blockade, socialists, seriously? And Nasser, and nuclear test ban. Okay. Okay. That's ballsy. Okay, if a coup is allowed, I'm raining holy fire on Venezuela. But I haven't kept track of cards here, so I don't remember what exactly could Chris be holding here. I think we've seen all the notable cards. There's one back, and guess what? Venezuela is safe. Ah, right, of course. No, you don't. Come on, he's perched. Don't bother. Really, don't bother. I mean, that should have been a 3-up. Right, here's Truman. Okay, that's what I remember. Should have been just worse of. One Angola, of course. One Argentina, just not to tempt fate. And I really don't know. Could be as well. 2 into Argentina. He'll have to do it soon anyway. Alright, that's one not really notable card unaccounted for. Might as well event blockade. Okay. Doing properly. Sad thing here is that after Europe being scored, socialists and even blockade lose a big part of its bite. Okay, score, blockade, this is, you might as well. But that was remarkably weird. Just leaving Venezuela with one without even going to Brazil. Okay, let's just call it an honest mistake, and move on with our lives. Yes, you still want it. So socialists are not very useful as an event anymore, and would have been a great event without Marshall. Although of course then entire draw is different, everything is different. You might not have gotten all these lovely cards you did get. Okay, Argentina and Chile, I guess. Kind of sad, but otherwise it's a cheap, US domination here, possibly. After this, what do you do? Okay, sigh a bit of a relief, since socialists would have attacked Italy, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. Put one into West Germany if you can afford it. Still a huge Soviet advantage, of course, but Chris is doing somewhat better than he ought to. Yeah, that's semi-decent. Liberation, ABM, which has to be headlined due to missile envy alert. Okay, there's Brezhnev. But then you give up Bear Trap or Alliance or 5-year plan, aka don't. Ooh, wow, 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 wow. Okay, tiny issue here. You can only space one card, and you have plenty. I think that's a hand you could reasonably self-build Bear Trap in. Yeah, moving the crap aside. Brezhnev for a coup. You might as well do it here indeed, but that was a huge loss. A correct move by Patrick. I think at least it was correct with ABM headline. Now tough to make a call. Okay, do you need tempo? Not exceedingly so. No. You might need some extra Africa security though. Now, if you could Venezuela, ouch. Due to OPEC. Then again, Venezuela is a slightly easier target for attack. Okay, but that solves a big dilemma. Alliance now will be just one VP after an obvious Colombia break Venezuela move. And as USA, I would have gotten really annoyed here. My opponent gets ABM, it's defected, sure, but then gets a great coup. And by the way, I would have ditched 5-year plan from this hand. Space bear. Suffer everything else. Okay. Right, that's a bit of an issue. Could be forced, yes. That of course means you get to hold 2, so 5-year plan as a hold card, but no, you're playing. So 5-year plan, I think, with Gunman or Sadat. But holding 5-year plan and Tehran is one option, but with my map this good, I really dislike holding 5-year plan. Oh, wow, really? Okay, now alliance. I don't like it. No, that should have been Colombia, Venezuela. I really don't like it. That move was saved you 1 VP and attacked Venezuela. You really don't need Uruguay that much. Of course, there is a problem if USA kind of will repeat the dance. Goes Venezuela, Brazil with a 3-up. You don't have a 3-up to playable 3-up to do it back to them. Okay, that's an easy gunman. Gunman over Sadat, of course, in order not to give away what's happening. And okay, you're not getting OPEC in any case. So finally, space time. If you have played. Whoa, he's holding bird trap. Ballsy. By the way, with a better hand, Liberation Theology would have been a better counter. Into Panama Canal returned. But you just didn't have the ops to follow this up. Okay, I'm really worried about. By the way, Liberation should have been AR7 here. R6 doesn't have the same punch. I've played that. Probably to Brazil. Although there's also the matter of Africa, which is awfully shaky here. Whoa, that's poor. Right, we need to follow this up. Since if USA takes South Korea, that's a draw in Asia. Ooh la la! No, no, not like this. Thailand, come on, go for background, for the throat. You poor thing. However, will you survive your awful draws? You know 4-ups. Some measly 2-ups. Like Junta with South America scoring in hand. CIA doesn't even get a coup. No. Focus on the scoring in hand. That's the scoring in hand, and pray you get a 3, otherwise USA just protects Venezuela. Ooh, okay. Actually, yeah, you don't even have a proper tree up here. What do you do after USA takes Venezuela? What do they have to do? Oh, right, you need to address the situation in Asia. That's unacceptable. Okay, so I was perhaps over-eager at my jests about the situation, although still, just consider how much better US position would have been with two influence in North Korea instead of Laos. Still worthwhile to get. Oh, no! Come on, start with Uruguay. Start with Uruguay. Or if you got lucky in Costa Rica, continue with Uruguay. Please. Right. Okay, you're not getting anything in Asia. Might as well forget all about it. I think Patrick realized that he will have to sell bear trap this turn. Because giving it this crap up is just too good. I mean, puppets get him Nigeria and positions in. Oh, okay. I hate these situations. When you've done, well, almost all you could have to protect yourself, and you still get burned. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Although, what would you use as your counter card? Okay, just keeping cool. Very cool. Okay, and if you have Asia scoring, you beat the crap out of India right now. I mean, you know this hand. You know how awful it is. Counter count, yes, perfectly safe on account of the Laos move, which okay, wasn't without its benefits. Oh yeah. And now you know you can't do anything about it. You're getting dominated in Asia, so just play bird trap, okay? Good, good, good. Might as well grab Mexico, I think. Okay, you could fight for Asia. It's kind of obvious that your opponent has Asia scoring, I think. Because it's awfully committal if he doesn't. Okay, he's worried in Mexico about the easy Guatemala +3 alliance move. Okay. Somewhat justified, I think. So you say grabs India, I guess, possibly spreads to Saharan states. Sorry. Oh. Okay, perfectly safe. Ooh la la. Okay, Asia. No, he doesn't have it. Oh, ooh la la. Yeah, Mr. Big Roll. Looks like Chris has been hoarding stuff in anticipation of Ask Not. Okay, come on, let us see turn number 6. Nah, come on. These were just 2 misses. And you have lots of crap to discard here. What do you open with? Yes, I think Korean War is reasonable. Everything else is just burned too easily by Voice of America. Of course, you do somewhat risk. Come on, you sometimes have to. But usually self-bird trap is best when coupled with some offensive move. Oh, I guess Patrick just didn't have the position for it. Oh, and a significant roll here. Okay, that was well deserved that it was missed. Colonials, come on. Unless you want to hold it, but you probably don't. Yep, he's out. Okay, that's good. Because see what's here, I guess. You could go for... Is there a comparable target? Chris might have the nuclear subs, in which case Panama is, or Brazil perhaps even better. Yeah, with a 3 up he's going for a high reward. Ooh la la. That's reasonable. But where's the follow-up? Right, you do have Southeast Asia. So maybe just put honors into Laos. Or start playing for Europe. We haven't seen Brush War yet, so West Germany. Right, there could be a case for arms race. I don't think I've seen it yet as well. He's checking for it, I believe. Yes, that's an easy way to check. Or not. What is he checking for? All the good red stuff. Muslim Revolution Flower Power, of course, are the significant ones. So I guess what? Space NORAD, Event OPEC. Right, he probably was also greedy about taking Venezuela and making OPEC even better. I guess he'll be holding a 5-year plan again. Oh yeah, there's the card. Okay, you could discard it, but it will be back, so... Especially with Brush War around, it's for the best to do it like this. Interesting. It still feels that Patrick was the luckier player throughout the game, despite these two bear trap misses. But overall position is only slightly in his favor, I think. I mean, okay, he will be at discounting any possible brush war. Okay, that's Southeast Asia discard. So, get your OPEX, space your NORADs, camp your Davids, and dump your scorings. So, brush. Will it be brush war? No. Okay, space. And he's peeking. Whoa. Should be Romania. Although, yeah, it's too easy to defend. West Germany then. There's still the Pope. No, 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 no. Come on, that's just wrong. Oh, he's going for... Yeah, he's going to make the draw in Middle East difficult. But in that case, you should have spaced NORAD first. Wait. See what your opponent does and react to it, unless there's something at stake here that needs to be addressed immediately. And balloon flight succeeds as a response to NORAD initiative. And 5-year plan. Sorry. I'll say so. No more West Germany. France is surrounded. No, really. Not a fan of this approach. Then again, these three... No, come on. I know Voice of America is coming. Yes, it is. But still. Isn't also OAS? In this case, going Panama, Brazil was probably a better choice. Maybe one more into Poland, but... Come on, the Pope is an old man. How many divisions has he got? As famously said. Okay, so it looks like grain cell will be seen only once, barring, okay, Star Wars or Salt to return, of course. Oh, only kitchen, that's a nothing. Grain voice. Gunma's back, that's kind of sad. Oh, but he did get brush war and in the Pakistani war once again. Remarkable that the practically best Soviet region post that war is now the only US domination on the map. Okay, you will be grain sailed, so... How about brush war? Since you really don't want that to end up in your opponent's hand. Brush war into, well, you have Central America scoring, so I guess Mexico. Cuban Missile Crisis is something of an option, but nah, too risky. If you're good with your calculations, then I guess you might be holding a long gunman. I don't even try, given current time of day and sorry, the fact that, well, it's not my game, so I don't have to bother as hard remembering everything. What do you steal? Nixon would have been pretty good. Yes, you have the scoring, so might as well go for it. There is something to be said about Algeria as well, of course, since it requires... Oh, okay. Now that's an event. So, to Panama, to Brazil. That's why not. And a pretty unfortunate draw. I guess long... Whoa, really? Okay. Weird. Portuguese coup Cameroon, I think. And Patrick just keeps losing ground here. He no longer has the rolls, and never mind about that. Okay, he does have some rolls. I wonder, do you go for the Central America domination? Well, one problem is that you don't have a guarantee for it. Not a great fan of that approach. Okay, a coup in Guatemala is just too obvious here. But the Pope! Whoa. Okay, one small step, or is the Chinese spirit watching over this game going to smite him? Should he use one small step for puny VP grab in Central America? So the opponent did use the valuable John Paul for this coup. No. 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 That's your hold card. Then again, it does mean using Nixon, which is generally frowned upon. Then again, you could just use the China card instead. Go full South Korea. Well, it's a good event. What's not to like? Ditching Africa? Why? I mean, you're leading 3-1 there. Get it about Junta. Sure, but Africa. And why influence? I mean, evented. It's not like it's going to come back. Unless I missed something. No, we had to reshuffle. Central America scoring was already scored once. So Space Voice event in the Pakistani war. If your opponent allows it, of course. Okay, now event in the Pakistani war first. But he doesn't have the rolls. Not anymore. Space to stop the second attempt, even if USA has that thing, and the 6 VP threshold is reached. Okay. I guess he's holding Nixon, but is he eventing one small step? There's no DEFCON loss scenario for the USA. Gamma is gone, Ortega is inactive, Wilbury is always spaceable. So stopping them from peaking is not critically important. Well, it's somewhat important, of course. But then you no longer are able to space the card you're holding. Of course, there's also the matter of stopping Star Wars, somewhat significant, right? I think I would have used to Brazil. And he did get Star Wars, but also the intervention. Last time he had ABM, it was defected. How about now? I guess you still headline ABM though. Cool, Venezuela maybe. Then occupy as much as you can. Suffer one counter coup. With Africa Central already scored, and well, you're probably not able to do much about other regions without proper events. South America seems like the region of choice here. Latin America debt crisis is a nice combo with terrorism. So ABM, okay, everything US dependent of course, but if nothing of note, ABM coups Venezuela, then take and suffer the counter coup. Might as well take with Star Wars. You're not stopping its execution, and you are playing it this turn anyway. Intervened Star Wars, of course. Okay. So 3 Brazil. Actually, I would go 4 Brazil. That's huge. Okay, now you play it safe. Coup Brazil, see what happens. Ooh la la, okay. Second time he uses China, second time in South America. And funny hand. Yeah, with a better hand. 5. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Yes, that's interesting. Especially followed by a coup action in Colombia, although a sufficiently rich and desperate US player would now just start breaking Brazil with 4-ups. Should he have any, of course. In any case, you do start the coup campaign in Colombia soon. Just asking the uncomfortable questions. Probably no real point in inventing a debt crisis, although you could. Okay, space is gone, so terrorism is morally free now. Ay, 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 ay. That's truly unfortunate. I mean, it would have had to be played if any other card was targeted. Possibly the worst possible pick from the US hand. Unless they have South America scoring, of course. And I think I would have started with the Latin American debt crisis. Ooh. No luck for Patrick in this late war. I mean, he did have plenty earlier, but not much now. Okay, now every coup will cost a VP. So then there is that. Brazil, boom. Okay, one more coup. Risky business. Yeah, that Yuri and Samantha play was truly inspired. Truly mean. That's a funny situation. Opponent sitting at 6 VP, you have a strong event active, nuclear subs, but to follow up on the event means actually getting into the threshold. Come on, that's nothing. Okay, Olympics into Colombia and Brazil. No, come on, Africa scored. Ignore it. Ignore it. Focus there. Milk that event, Yuri. Oh well. Whoever is your pick for the milking. South America scoring. Okay. Okay, so that could have been considered scored as well, and milking would not have prompted a reaction. Well, really? Okay, that crisis. A maybe. You do break something. Secure Brazil, attack Venezuela. I guess it's worth it. Yes, Brazil, indeed. USA does nothing. We have seen Wilbury use paste for the second time already, haven't we? And Iranian hostage crisis. Control of Truman also useful. Warsaw Pact formed, so no attack on Europe. Still, no, come on, missile envy. If it's safe, it's a great headline. Okay, looks like Patrick sort of has to win this game. But okay, Asia will cost him. That's a 6. That's actually almost meaningless. Okay, it's an attack on Nigeria, so that's worth something. I guess you coup Nigeria, since you don't have any great ops to do anything else. What for Mazen? Not that it matters, but... Okay. And a threat, nice. Many people would have instinctively just secured Nigeria, not thinking, what next? What happens after my opponent coups? That was nice. Then again, it's a weak threat. It's good that he made a threat, but USA has an eternal way back into Algeria. You might be better off just cooing. Oh, okay, Nigeria is also a realigned target. Okay, but this board is way too red for anything to happen here. I mean, even turn down returning Europe to its blue womb won't do much here. Panama? Libya. Okay. Ballsy. Gonna give him that. And with shuttle diplomacy, no less. Of course, it does surrender Nigeria. Okay, secures a draw in the Middle East. I guess it's something. So Formosan, you could even realign. +2 in Nigeria. Just so that you have the second realign against Algeria. But maybe it's an unnecessary risk. By the way, Missile Envy should have been invented here as well. Ooh. And threatened no longer. At least no immediate wargames threat. And he must have Middle East scoring. Otherwise, it's just too obvious for the Soviets to score it here immediately. After Iranian opening, no less. So, what do we do? With envy for the event. Why? Come on, Wilbury is gone. I mean, if you are truly paranoid, you might check for Olympics. But otherwise, just, well, fish for the 4-up, baby. You can dump stuff. Like Guatemala is practically forced to open up the Central American can. Good, good, good. Remarkable. Doesn't he have melee scoring, so he just took that risk? And that's okay, he might have assumed that Soviets would have scored Middle East after that Libya coup anyway. No, why would you do that? Unless you... No, you're not planning any Iran Contra action here. Isn't that card still in the deck? The Portuguese Empire crumbles? Or was it played and queued here? I don't think it was played. Whoa, really? Play the China card. So he does have Middle East. I was just making a last-ditch attempt. Middle East for 3, Asia for 6, that's 9, and Wargames territory. Clever! Cost him China though. Yeah, Quagmire OPEC. That's good stuff. Even Brezhnev. That's a perfectly viable headline. Now, Quagmire is very interesting because it would have stopped USSR 7. Yes, Quagmire is obvious enough and helps to mitigate Southeast Asia. Okay. So Brezhnev would have been better because of less value when defected. Now you might as well coup Angola with it. even with glasnost actually, because that coup is that relevant. Yes, exactly the role where it matters. Because Africa is now 3-2 for the Soviets. Yeah, come on. Okay, if USA has Asia scoring, then still probably not. Okay, Voice of America plus Asia. Maybe. Voice plus Asia plus brush war on Thailand. Though that wouldn't have been used on Thailand, it would have been used on Panama. Okay, condition 1 met. Interesting. I'm guessing OPEC, since North Sea oil is an option. Still feels like it has to be a Soviet win. Although the VOA is a miracle worker. Or maker? Miracle maker here. I did have one ITSL game where I was pretty sure, well, that I am winning, that my position is dead one, but then it came VOA. My opponent didn't really try very hard. Ooh, yeah, nah. Okay, it's troublesome actually. Because now you cannot threaten with anything. You could have sort of blackmailed VOA with a Europe domination earlier, but now, yeah, no. Okay, then again, China card still could do that. So, I guess what? Brezhnev into Laos, try to get some value. Keep the US busy. After all, USA still has to coup. Ooh la la! Central. Okay, how hard can you attack Asia? Everything is overprotected. If it wasn't for the damn scoring. Now it's okay, you can go either for the immediate VPs, which I expect you'll get. Right, you are. But that can be realigned. Yeah, it doesn't have the scoring, so you might as well score first, that's true. Then maybe a big iron lady realign. Oh, you have the scoring, it has to happen, you know that. Then iron lady. But okay, that realign doesn't have many more targets. No, no. Score first. You have to do it anyway. And you don't want to be bothered in the middle of something with the scoring. Same goes for sorry, USA and a coup. You don't want to be bothered mid-action. Ooh la 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 la, what? What did he do? What was that? Ortega was a free card before he entered Cuba. What is he fishing for? I mean, there's no winning card here, no extra scoring. Okay, he's fishing for Voice of America, obviously, then. Assuming it's in play, but haven't we seen it recently? Okay, going for the obvious one, gets it. Like I said, I'm not following the cards exactly here. That's a good play. Colombia and what? Break Israel, I guess. Could as well be one more into Israel. Or one into Cuba. Okay, and we'll see. Despite the large Soviet over-the-board advantage, the overall score has been awfully even throughout the game. Even now. Okay, 4, 8, 4 more, so that's 16 already. I guess this will be made a draw. But assuming it's not, 19, 20, minus 6 is 14. Minus 2 already and scored 12. So the score currently is 12 for the Soviets, I think. Well, more or less. So, VOA. That cancels 4. That cancels 3. So 7. And domination, control. That cancels 5. Also 12, so I might have to do an accurate count. Okay, so since... Oh, yeah, that's not it. Good game. Good game. Really fine one, guys. So here's Ziemowit out. Cheers.